First I folded into two, and this is the second time I'm folding it. So basically it was folded into four. So what I'll be doing next is to determine the horizontal body measurement. If you are sewing a buba, you will need to add about 5 or 6 inches allowance. It's not meant to be fitted, although it still depends on you. But for the regular buba blouse, you need to add about 4, 5, 6 inches. For my client, I added 5 inches to her horizontal body measurement. The standard neck width and neck depth of buba is 4 inches by 4 inches. Although if your client is on the slim side, maybe you can use 3.5, or and 4. The truth is, if you don't make it big enough, the head won't pass through because it doesn't have a zipper. So for my client, I used 4 by 4, and I gave that curve, that U curve, and I am cutting it nicely because it's lace. If you don't cut it well, it may not be even. Okay, so that is set aside. From that shoulder part, I would mark the armhole of about 10.5 inches. Again, it varies, so I would just notch that part. That's for the armhole. Then for the round bust measurement, which will also be the same all the way, we'll just divide the round bust measurement by 4, then add extra 5 inches allowance. So I just opened it up for you to see how it will look, and we'll be using the bias to pipe the neck later. We'll cut out the sleeve now. Okay, we'll cut out the sleeves. For you to get 2 sleeves, that's for the right and the left hand, it's good to fold it into 4 like this. Okay, you saw what I did. I first of all folded into 2, and I folded into 2 again to give me 4. So remember, it was 10.5 inches I marked on that blouse for the armhole. So we'll do the same thing. We'll mark 10.5 inches, but this time around you add 1 inch for seam allowance. So instead of cutting 10.5 inches width for the sleeve, it will be 11.5. Can you see it, guys? So it is 11.5. So that extra 1 inch is for the seam allowance. So now we want to determine the length of the sleeve, how long you want it. Some persons want it long, some persons want it 3/4, some persons want it at elbow level. So it depends on what your client wants, and you need to also let them know the various lengths. So this was the length she wanted, a little very close to the wrist. So you saw the picture, almost full. But recently, most persons will just do 3/4, like the style we call oleku. Oleku is also very similar to Iran buba. So this is how the sleeves will be, one for the right and one for the left. So I just used the remaining part of this fabric to do the scarf. So I hemmed the sides. I think I had to measure it so that you guys would see it. It was about